see you. You've been scrolling Facebook, checking out the new supply, also checking Facebook. What does this new supply have that you don't have? Let's talk about it. So, the new supply, are they better than you? Now, if you know about narcissistic relationships, in the beginning, they're pretty good. You got your love bombing, they spend time with you, it sounds like they're listening. All these relationships, each and every one of them, fall apart over time when you start calling out the narcissist for their behavior, when you start feeling a disconnect or uncomfortable about the way that you're being treated. Also, if you question them. Now, in a healthy relationship, for one thing, a lot of these things don't even happen, but you're trying to fix what is wrong. And the narcissist, if they really truly cared about you, they would listen to your concerns. They would try to act in a way that helps the relationship grow. There's give and take, there's compromise. They don't have to do everything that you want, but a lot of us have been trying to teach our person how to treat someone with respect. If you say you're going to call me, call me. If you're going to cancel, let me know. Try not to cancel too much, have open communication, but the narcissist uses silent treatment, word salad. They keep you in a state of confusion and it starts to damage your brain. So it starts getting uncomfortable. So you're trying to save this relationship, get back to what it was. And now, a lot of us have been discarded for a new supply. Is this person prettier? What do they have that we don't have? So if it's a matter of looks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I've seen gorgeous people who get left. So it's not about what do they look like. So you could be prettier, maybe not. Maybe it's their choice. Maybe they feel more attracted to that type of person, but it's not about looks. It's not about the connection. This is what I want to get at. Is it's not the connection. They did not leave you for connection. Maybe they left you for looks. We all have different things on what we find attractive, but they can also leave for more opportunity or for money or a different change in status. Is this person a better person? They just have the supply that the narcissist wants at that time. Sometimes they trade down because it's easier. They trade up in a sense that makes sense. But if they truly loved you, there would be no desire to trade up. They would see you as the most valuable person. So now that they're with this new supply, they're in the love bombing stage, and eventually things will fall apart. The narcissist has a certain kind of pattern. So it depends on how well that person can maintain their looks. We all get older. That also depends, how much of that financial supply, how much are they benefiting from the social status. So it can last a long time or fall apart quickly, but it's not about the connection. So I hope we can take away the thought, is this person better than me? What do they have that I don't have? If I go back to school, will they want to be with me? If I get a better job, will they want to be with me? If I work out or color my hair or change something about myself, will they come back? They don't want the connection. When things get more emotionally involved, it takes commitment, it takes time. They want things easy. So, don't take fault in the fact that you were trying to call them out on some things or just clarify. Sometimes they take offense, even when you're just like, hey, how you doing today? And they're like, what do you think? Like they take offense and you're like, I'm just asking how your day was. And they think that you're accusing them of something and things get out of hand and you try to bring it back down. It's such a toxic relationship with whoever they're going to be with because the empathy isn't there. So as soon as the new supply wants to clarify things or the narcissist wants to stir the pot, they like that chaos. So when things start getting comfortable, they become uncomfortable. They might start focusing more on a hobby or focusing on like workaholic. Like they're going to want to escape this relationship. They will partake in the relationship as long as it's getting their needs met. But if something goes wrong, a lot of times you'll see somebody's true colors during times of stress. So if something happens and the new supply needs support or needs the narcissist to step up, a lot of times that's when things start falling apart. So it's my hope that we get past the what does this person have? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The narcissist is an abuser. The narcissist can discard people. The narcissist doesn't value people. They see them as an object. So without the empathy, without the vulnerability, without the moral compass, when people lack the moral compass, things for a while seem to be working out. So if you're a thief, you're going to get some bonuses, you're going to get product or whatever, but over time, it's going to cause maybe paranoia, like when am I going to get caught, and like all these things over time will start to fester. So in the beginning, they might be getting what they want, but it's like a love that they are like a hole in their love cup that they are trying to fill, and they can't fill it with outside influences. They'll try to numb their pain with addictions or alcohol or corn, all those kind of things, to where they a lot of times have an addictive personality because they are trying to fill or numb this sense of like something's missing. And as long as that something missing is being felt, they will continue to search it out. But they have to realize that that piece is from within them. It's the self-love. It's because of something that happened in their past, made them feel unworthy, unloved, or shamed, whatever that feeling is, that they have to fix it themselves and to be able to move on, to have true relationships. And I know there's some people that I'm talking to, like right now, they're going through a lot of pain and they're able to communicate. They'll tell you what's going on, but they're emotionally unavailable. So they are shutting themselves off and they're not going to grow in a relationship right now. So they're not growing in a relationship because it's good that they're working on themselves. But my point is that when there is that hole, there isn't the growth in relationships. So until that narcissist heals, they will always be searching for something. They'll be searching for that dopamine hit or that quick escape, or a lot of them can seem like they're doing the right thing. They'll people please. They do that future faking, say what you want to hear, but when it comes to actions, they're not going to do it. So the new supply, maybe they have more money than you. Maybe they're more appealing to some people. Maybe they have more social status, but you gaining more social status or a makeover or more money is not going to cause the narcissist to have a deeper connection. It might cause them to use you again, but it's not going to cause them to love you. It's not going to cause them to love you. And it's not going to be a true love with the new supply. So I know a lot of you are searching for answers on, how long is it going to last with the new supply? When is he going to hoover again, or she? And comparing yourselves. Don't compare yourself. Build yourself up, be the best person that you can be, and know wholeheartedly in your own being that you are worthy of love. And you have to give that to yourself. When you do that, it naturally will create a change in your speech pattern to where you will set up healthy boundaries. And a lot of us, unfortunately, have given so much grace to the narcissist that they start to disrespect us. So it's important to keep the respect alive, to lose the people who aren't going to respect us, because in all honesty, we're teaching people how to treat us. And, you know, they're going to treat us initially how they want to treat us, but it's up to us if we continue allowing that or cutting it off. And I know I just recently had this thing where I set up a boundary and that was the end of the relationship. But that's okay. That's okay. I'd rather stay true to myself and know who's going to stick by me, um, as opposed to using me or not willing to commit to something deep. Some people want to keep it superficial, but you're also, when you do that, you're missing out on the depth and the beauty of a relationship. So don't worry about the new supply. Think about yourself. And like they say, the best revenge is just being the best you possible. Will the Hoover happen? It can. But right now, the state that you guys are in, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. So even if they do come back, it will not work. Maybe as time goes by, if both of you grow, you'll probably grow apart though. And just rest assured, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And don't try to force things. Don't try to, kind of even like manipulate your life to please the other person. So if you don't want to go back to school, don't go back to school. If you want to go back to school, do it for something that you want. Don't pursue a career that'll make somebody else respect you. Give yourself the respect and the enjoyment of the job that you want. So a lot of us are so used to living for other people that we forget to live for ourselves. So in healthy relationships, you guys build each other up and you move forward together. Some relationships are meant to teach us lessons. Some are meant for lifelong friendships, things like that. But just realize that the narcissist just hasn't shown their true colors yet. And over time, the relationship is always going to be superficial. The narcissist deflects, they are abusive, they cause trauma bonds. Trauma bonds are not true love. Trauma bonds are like kind of like a mental illness going on in your head. So you're with somebody because you're addicted to them. That's not love. That's an addiction. And in the beginning, we loved the person and they toxicified it to the point that it went from love to addiction. And that's through that trauma bond. And when you're in an active state of addiction, you don't think clearly. So a lot of us are not thinking clearly. So many of us have been hurt and it's going to take time, but don't search the other person's social media. It's only going to cause comparison, maybe jealousy or hurt feelings, or keep you stuck in this loop of not being able to move on. We'll get through this, but the new supply, are they better than you? They're just someone different. And the narcissist is the same though. And they're going to use people, they're going to discard people. How many of us, if you look on all the different YouTube channels or whatever channel, you will see the same cycle. All these people saying my person's a narcissist. They did this, this, this. It's a cycle of discard. It's predictable. Some of you can even predict what the cycle is. Is it once a month? Is it once every 3 months? Once every 6 months? I had it where as soon as we got along, I'm telling my friends, yeah, we're getting along. I think we're going to break up. And it happened. Every time we got close, we broke up. And it was predictable. So share some of your stories on the predictability of the discard. Because it's like them through their childhood. They're stuck in this emotional state and they're striving like a teenager, striving to push the boundaries and to cause chaos, to do whatever it is they wanted, to grow and branch out, to see what boundaries they can push, to see what limitations people have, to see what they can get away with, to see what their desires are. But they always leave the parents. Just remember that a teenager will leave their parents. The narcissist is like that too. They're going to go through the struggle of trying to fill that emptiness, which is like the teenager trying to grow. And it is inevitable that they come to this discard. The teenager doesn't want to hear you got to do things my way. They're like, screw you, I'm old enough, I can move out now. So the narcissist is at that cusp of their life. And because of the damage that is done to their brain, they don't want to put in the effort. It's uncomfortable to go through those things, to realize, that they're hurting someone. It goes really deep. If you guys would like to know more about the narcissist, the way that they think, please comment, tell me more, or tell me what you guys would like to know more about. But don't compare yourself to the new supply. It's just a different person. And maybe they're better at one thing, but you're better at something else. Never compare yourself to someone else. The narcissist, they're with a new supply. Is it justified? It's not kind, it's not fair, it's not nice, but it is what it is. And it's time to move forward. It's their loss. Have a good night.